Thanks for joining us. 2.5 weeks ago, MHSAA said that fall football will be postponed at least until the spring. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Doug Reardon.
And I'm Annie Satowski. Understandably, a lot of people were disappointed in that decision. Our Derek Francis joins us to explain that there still may be a little bit of hope, Derek.
Yeah, guys, today we asked the MHSAA if they were sure they even wanted to get people's hopes up, and they understand the frustrations out there, but it turns out their ongoing dialogue with the governor about other sports could actually lead to football returning in September.
Kind of said all along, if the option is to play with something a little bit different this school year or not to play, I think people are going to choose to play with something a little bit different.
Citing constant dialogue with the governor's office, the MHSAA telling us Monday high school football in some form this fall may not be out of the question just yet.
I've been talking about Executive Order 160 really since it came out, because it's made it so that soccer and volleyball and swimming and diving couldn't be competed downstate.
Executive Order 160 has gyms and pools closed, making the aforementioned sports impossible.
And then it also does not allow competition without social distancing, which makes soccer a no-go at this point, and clearly would make football a no-go at this point. It's really led us to at least bring the football conversation back into it as we're waiting for those answers from the governor's office.
The MHSAA admits other outside sources may be affecting their thinking about squeezing in a football season.
The way football came back into things is really, the last couple of weeks there have been some outside non-school entities that have begun to try to offer football experiences because we postponed our season to the spring. And we felt all along that our member schools can offer the safest possible football opportunity.
Kimberly reminds that we're not even at Labor Day yet, so there's still time, but he's hopeful a final ruling on the executive order comes, if not this week, at least by next week.
It's difficult, and we understand people are frustrated, and we understand that people are disappointed. We have to be as flexible as possible, and some of that includes having to make decisions and maybe reconsider them a short time later. As far as football goes, we're basically all on call, and our council members are basically all on call. So if something like that were to happen, I think we would gather pretty quickly. Obviously, we would want to give some lead time.
Now, that lead time could be about 2 weeks until games could start back up. Important note here, the MHSAA says when they surveyed schools recently this summer, 40% said they actually didn't feel comfortable going forward with football, but the executive order made it a moot point. But if that order is adjusted, as we were just talking there in the story, and football is allowed, don't be shocked, guys, to see at least a portion of that 40% still choose not to participate in football. We shall see indeed. We're live in Jenison. Derek Francis, Fox 17.